Hey guys, today I'm going to explain how to use じゃない and じゃん in many different ways. So, a lot of you guys are probably expecting the part 2 of the no particle, and you might be disappointed that this is not the part 2 of that video, but this is actually really important for the no particle video that I'm going to make next. You will actually have to watch this before you watch that part 2 video, so please be patient. So, じゃない is usually used to negate nouns and adjectives, right? For example, 今日は休みじゃない。今日は休みじゃない。Today is not my day off. Or 日本語が上手じゃない。日本語が上手じゃない。I'm not good at Japanese. My Japanese is not good. Or 好きじゃない。I don't like it. 例えば、for example, 猫が好きじゃない。I don't like cats. 猫が好きじゃない。But if you change the intonation of the sentence 猫が好きじゃない like 猫が好きじゃない猫が好きじゃない So if it's like a question, then it would mean don't you like cats? Or doesn't he like cats? Or you might also hear all the women say 猫が好きじゃない猫が好きじゃない to mean but you like cats, but I thought you like cats. Or younger people would say 猫が好きじゃん猫が好きじゃん to mean the same thing. What are you talking about? You do like cats. So depending on the intonation, this じゃない can mean so many different things. Or for example, if you say お腹すいた I'm hungry right after eating, your friend might say さっき食べたばっかじゃんさっき食べたばっかじゃん but you just ate. Alright, so let's quickly review how negations work for nouns and adjectives and adjectives. So for nouns and adjectives, we use じゃない informally, じゃないです semi-formally, じゃありません formally, ではありません for the formal speech when writing. For example, if you want to say Tom is not American, you'd say トムはアメリカ人じゃないトムはアメリカ人じゃない right? Or if you want to say this library is not quiet, you'd say この図書館は静かじゃないこの図書館は静かじゃない Or if you want to say the toilet isn't clean, you'd say トイレはきれいじゃないトイレはきれいじゃない And for adjectives, you change the last e into くない Like, for example, if you want to say it's not cold today, you'd say 今日は寒くない今日は寒くない So you don't use じゃない for adjectives, right? This is very important because I still see people making mistakes like 暑いじゃない to mean not hot. But if you want to conjugate 暑い into the negation, you want to say 暑くない暑くない Or the regular adjective e, good, becomes よくないよくない Some people either say いくない or いいじゃない but that's wrong. You want to say よくない right? And when you negate verbs informally, you wouldn't have じゃない at the end, but you'd have blah blah ない not じゃない So 食べる to eat becomes 食べない飲む to drink becomes 飲まない So you don't say like 食べるじゃない飲むじゃない right? So that's how you negate adjectives, adjectives, verbs, nouns, right? But if you change the intonation of the negation, and make it like a question, the meaning completely changes. So for example, 暑くない means it's not hot. But if you say 暑くない?暑くない? Then that means, isn't it hot? Or it's hot, isn't it? So it's like a tag question. And when you say 暑くない or 可愛くない isn't it cute? You basically want the other person, so the person who you're talking to agree with you. So if I say 暑くない then I'm like, it's not hot. But if I say 暑くない then it's like, don't you agree that it's hot? So it's kind of like 暑いね it's hot, isn't it? So this 暑いね also does kind of the same thing. It's like, it's hot. Don't you agree? And although 暑くない uses negation, it actually is saying the completely different thing. Like, I'm not saying it's not hot, I'm actually saying it's hot. And then it's like, isn't it hot? There isn't a huge difference between 暑くない and 暑いね, but 暑いね sounds more like the speaker thinks the other person would agree more. Like, it's obviously hot. Then I'd say 暑いね. Although I could say 暑くない too. But I sometimes use 暑くない to mean like, maybe you don't think so, but it's really hot for me. But you can also use this 暑くない when you are not sure if the other person would agree, but you're still saying, isn't it hot? Like, is it just me or isn't it hot? So if you feel a bit cold, but you're not sure if it's you or the room, you could say, ちょっと寒くない?ちょっと寒くない? So it's like, isn't it a bit cold here? So if I say 寒いね, then it's like, I definitely think the other person is feeling the same way. So I see the other person like shivering, then I would say 寒いね, oh it's cold, isn't it? But if the other person seems fine and I'm like so cold, I would say 寒くない? Like, is it just me or isn't it cold? 寒くない? But you basically want the same thing. You want the other person to agree. So, 暑くない not hot. 暑くない isn't it hot? 可愛くない not cute. 可愛くない isn't it cute? ミサは英語が上手じゃない。Misa's English is not good. Misa is not good at English. ミサは英語が上手じゃない。ミサは英語が上手じゃない。But if you say, ミサは英語が上手じゃない?ミサは英語が上手じゃない? Then that means Misa's English is good, isn't it? Don't you think Misa's English is good? So, 漢字は簡単じゃない。漢字は簡単じゃない。漢字 is not easy. 漢字は簡単じゃない?漢字は簡単じゃない? Isn't kanji easy? Don't you think kanji is easy? So I'm saying that the kanji is easy. But don't you think so? But the hard thing about changing the intonation is that if you say 漢字は簡単じゃない, then it sounds more like, oh, kanji is not easy. So it's more like you don't know if it's difficult or not, and you want to ask, oh, it's not easy. So you have no idea how difficult kanji is, and you hear your friend talking how difficult kanji is, and you want to say, oh, kanji is not easy. You say, 漢字は簡単じゃない?漢字は簡単じゃない? So can you hear the difference? 漢字は簡単じゃない not easy. 漢字は簡単じゃない isn't kanji easy? 漢字は簡単じゃない。漢字 isn't easy. So, 漢字は簡単じゃない。漢字は簡単じゃない。漢字は簡単じゃない。So, it's not just about intonation, but it's also about where you put stress. So, if you want to say 漢字 is easy, isn't it? You put more stress on the word 簡単. So you say 漢字は簡単じゃない。漢字は簡単じゃない。But when you want to say 漢字 isn't easy, you want to stress ない。Like 漢字は簡単じゃない。漢字は簡単じゃない。So ない you put stress on ない but it's still a question. 簡単じゃない whilst if you change ない into ない then it's not easy. 漢字は簡単じゃない。So it might be hard at first, but you'll get used to it, don't worry. Like it was hard for me too at first with English, but I got used to it. Also, even if you get the intonation slightly wrong, if the context is right, the meaning will be clear. So don't worry. Alright, another example. Isn't this your umbrella, Misa? You'd say. これ、ミサの傘じゃない?これ、ミサの傘じゃない? So, if you say, これはミサの傘じゃない, then that means this is not Misa's umbrella. But if you say, これはミサの傘じゃない? Or without the は, because informally we often omit the は, これミサの傘じゃない? Then that means, isn't this Misa's umbrella? Or isn't this your umbrella, Misa? By the way, this じゃない is informal, but if you want to make it formal, you can also use じゃありませんか? Like, これはミサさんの傘じゃありませんか? これはミサさんの傘じゃありませんか? To mean the same thing, but more formal. And if you want to say this is not Misa's umbrella formally, you say これはミサさんの傘じゃありません。So, ミサさんの傘じゃありませんか? Isn't this your umbrella, Misa? Versus これはミサさんの傘じゃありません。This is not your umbrella, Misa. Or this is not Misa's umbrella. ミサの傘じゃありませんか? ミサさんの傘じゃありません。When you speak formally, it's also easier because you have this ka at the end to show that it's a question. But yeah, it's more difficult for the informal speech. But once you get this right, you will really sound more natural. So, 頑張って! And if you want to make this super informal, and if you want to sound a bit masculine, rough, you can also say じゃね?じゃね? Like これミサの傘じゃね?これミサの傘じゃね? So instead of じゃない, you can say じゃね?じゃね? To sound more rough. Generally speaking, only boys use it. But, you know, sometimes girls want to sound a bit more rough too. And they can say じゃね? too. But usually their moms would tell them off. Oh, don't speak like that. But guys use this じゃね all the time among their friends. For example, you see someone that looks like Tom Cruise, kinda far away. You want to say, isn't that Tom Cruise? You can say, あれ、トム・クルーズじゃない?あれ、トム・クルーズじゃない? And guys could say, あれ、トム・クルーズじゃね?あれ、トム・クルーズじゃね? So this sounds a lot more informal and rough, but people do say it. The reason why I said, by the way, あれ is because that person is not close enough. So when you want to say, this is Tom Cruise, you can't say, これはトム・クルーズ. unless you're like pointing at a picture and say this is Tom Cruise, これは Tom Cruise, and this is someone else. Generally, when you talk about this person, you have to say この人, but you can say あれ Tom Cruise if it's kind of far and you can only see the figure, or you took a selfie and you see someone behind you in the picture and you say, wait, isn't this Tom Cruise? You can say これ Tom Cruise じゃない?これ Tom Cruise じゃない? Now you know that if you say くない?じゃない?じゃありませんか? or じゃないですか? or くないですか? then it's more like a tag question, right? Isn't it? But there is also another じゃない or じゃないですか? and it would mean something different. So you cannot put じゃない to negate e adjectives, right? Like if you want to say it's not cute, you have to say 可愛くない、熱くない、美味しくない, right? If you say 美味しいじゃない, that's wrong. But there is a case where you can say じゃない after the e adjective. So for example, 可愛くない means isn't it cute? Or it's cute, isn't it? Right? But if you say 可愛いじゃない?可愛いじゃない? then it's like, you know it's cute, right? Or more like, I know you know it's cute. So more naturally, it's cute, right? But it implies that I know you know the same thing. Or I know you feel the same way. 可愛いじゃない? Or 日本の夏は暑いじゃない? You know, Japanese summer is hot, right? The reason why my voice is high-pitched right now is because this usage affirmative plus じゃない sounds feminine. So if you don't want to sound feminine, you can say かわいいじゃん?かわいいじゃん? So this is so common. I say this じゃん all the time when I'm with my friends. For example, 日本の夏は暑いじゃん。だから夏に日本に帰りたくない。日本の夏は暑いじゃん。だから夏に日本に帰りたくない。And this means, you know, Japanese summer is hot. That's why I don't want to go back to Japan in summer. So the differences between 暑くない isn't it hot? and 暑いじゃん are the 暑くない I still want the other person to agree that it's hot. So it's a statement, but still kind of like a question because I'm asking you if you feel the same way. Whilst if I say 暑いじゃん it's not a question at all. I know you feel the same way already, but I'm saying, right? So you might be thinking, then why would you even say that if you don't even want me to agree with you? You actually really don't have to say this じゃん, but it's just the way you speak. Like, you can obviously say 日本の夏は暑いから夏に日本に帰りたくない。So you don't have to say 日本の夏は暑いじゃん。But it's just sometimes you want to be like, you know, Japanese summer is hot, right? I don't have to say right, but I'm just making a conversation and I know you're gonna agree with me, but I still want you to be like, yeah, it's so understandable that you don't want to go back to Japan in summer. I still want you to agree, even though I know you're going to. So you usually say this じゃん question mark before saying something else. So it's kind of like a setup too. So 暑いじゃんだから like it's hot, you know? So blah blah blah. So when I say かっこよくない then it's like, isn't he handsome? Isn't he good looking? 金木かっこよくない? So it's like I'm not too sure if you're going to agree with me, but I'm like, don't you think Kaneki is handsome? Kaneki かっこよくない? But if I say 金木かっこいいじゃん, then it's like, I know you guys feel the same way. He is hot. 金木かっこいいじゃん. So I said that じゃない sounds a bit feminine, right? So if I say 金木かっこいいじゃない, this would mean the same thing, but it sounds quite feminine, but young women don't really use it anymore. So it's usually only anime that you'd hear this uses being used. You actually only hear this じゃない from older women. So maybe women in their 40s or something, or women in drama or anime. So female characters would still use じゃない like かっこいいじゃない That's quite normal in anime. Even if the anime character is a young girl, it doesn't sound too weird because it's anime or fiction. But like all my friends just use jan. And jan is gender neutral as well, so I'd just recommend you to use jan. If you want to say this more formally, you can use じゃないですか or じゃありませんか. So you still put the question marker か like you say じゃないですか but it's not exactly like a question. So じゃないですか like これミサさんの傘じゃないですか then isn't this your umbrella, Misa, formally? But if I want to say, you know, it's Misa's umbrella and blah blah blah, you'd say これはミサさんの傘じゃないですか? So let's say you're talking about a place that you went with your friend and you both haven't been there in a while and you've heard that that place has changed, or let's say the restaurant has shut down. You can remind the other person about that restaurant using this じゃん or じゃないですか、じゃありませんか like あそこに美味しいレストランがあったじゃないですか or あそこに美味しいレストランがあったじゃん There was a good restaurant there, remember? Once I say あったじゃん then my friend would say 覚えてる覚えてる I remember, or あったね yeah there was, wasn't it? And I could continue like もう閉店しちゃったんだってもう閉店しちゃったんだって I've heard that it's shut down now. So this あったじゃん you must remember there was blah blah blah. But if you use なかった like あそこにいいレストランなかった then it's more like wasn't there a good restaurant? So it's more like I can't fully remember either, but wasn't there a good restaurant? So negation in the questioning tone is more like wasn't there, isn't there, whilst affirmative plus じゃんじゃないじゃないですか it's more like remember or you must remember, you know that, you must feel the same way. So you'd often hear this じゃん with verbs like 言った I said. So when you want to say remember I said blah blah blah, you say blah 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 って言ったじゃん For example 先週トム・クルーズ見たって言ったじゃんあれトム・クルーズじゃなかった先週トム・クルーズ見たって言ったじゃんあれトム・クルーズじゃなかった So this would mean remember I said I saw Tom Cruise last week? That wasn't Tom Cruise. So maybe I thought it was Tom Cruise and like I checked his Twitter to see if he were in the same place as me and turned out he was not. And I was like, it must just have been someone who looked like Tom Cruise. I could be like, ああ、あれトム・クルーズじゃなかった。it wasn't Tom Cruise. Another example. 新しいスマホ買うって言ったじゃん。やっぱり待つことにした。新しいスマホ買うって言ったじゃん。やっぱり待つことにした。Remember I said I want a new phone. I've changed my mind. I will wait after all. So, って言った。I said to you. じゃん。Right? Remember? You must remember. I know you do. やっぱり is like after all or I've changed my mind. 待つことにした。待つ I'll wait. ことにした means I decided. So I decided to wait after all. Yeah, so 言ったじゃん is like remember I said? But if you change the intonation again and this time it's not like a question. You say 言ったじゃん then it's a bit harsher. It would mean I've told you. What are you talking about? I already told you this. For example, my mom still keeps asking me about my ex and I'm like, Mom, I told you we broke up. I'd be like, 別れたって言ったじゃん。別れたって言ったじゃん。So, 別れたって言ったじゃん。別れたって言ったじゃん question mark. This would be like, remember? I know you remember. I broke up with him. Was 別れたって言ったじゃん It's like, come on, I told you already we've broken up. But now let's learn how to use じゃん with the exclamation mark. So basically じゃん or じゃないor じゃないですか But the intonation is not like a question. So like I said, じゃない would sound feminine. So かわいいじゃない This is, you know it's cute, right? And if you say かわいいじゃない this still sounds quite feminine. And to make it less feminine, you want to say かわいいじゃんかわいいじゃん So かわいいじゃん This is like, you know it's cute. I know you know it's cute. Was かわいいじゃん That's like, hey, it's cute. So this じゃん with an exclamation mark is often used when you want to say it's the opposite or what are you talking about? It's not like that at all, but it's da da da. Like I would say かわいいじゃん when someone says it's not cute and I want to say what? It's cute. So let's say you know your sister likes Hello Kitty, but your sister is like キティちゃん好きじゃない。キティちゃん好きじゃない。I don't like Hello Kitty. You're gonna be like, what are you talking about? You like Hello Kitty. Like, you're just saying this to get attention. And you wanna say, キティちゃん好きじゃん。What are you talking about? But you do like Hello Kitty. Or you're a parent and you give a new game to your son and that game is not what he wanted but it's still meant to be good and your kid is like こんなゲームいらないこんなゲームいらない I don't want this game I don't want this kind of game I don't want a game like this but as a parent you kind of want the kid to like the game so you take over the game and try it and it's like you know, you might actually enjoy it or you just pretend that it's fun. And you could say, このゲーム面白いじゃん。このゲーム面白いじゃん。What are you talking about? This game is fun. And you give like, このゲーム面白いじゃん。じゃあ、私がもらおうかな。Maybe I'll have this game then. Instead of you getting this game and you know the kid will be like もう一回やらせて let me play a game yeah so again it's like you're disagreeing with him and saying it is fun it is interesting Or another example, your kid slept all day and wakes up and says, "Oh, 眠い. Oh, I'm so sleepy." You can be like, 一日中寝てたじゃん。一日中寝てたじゃん。What are you talking about? What do you mean 眠い? You sleepy. You were sleeping all day. 一日中寝てたじゃん。Do you remember the example I used right at the beginning? You say, お腹すいた. I'm hungry after eating. And your friend would be like, さっき食べたばっかじゃん。さっき食べたばっかじゃん。さっき earlier, like usually さっき is quite recent, like a few minutes ago. 食べた ate ばっか. I've made a lesson during Vlogmas about this ばっか. Basically you attach to the past tense and means you just did something. 食べたばっか you just ate じゃん. Like, what do you mean? You just ate this じゃん with the exclamation mark can also be used when you want to show surprise from discovering something or realizing something. So you're like, oh wow, when you find something. So like the previous example with Tom Cruise, when you say, isn't that Tom Cruise? So you're not really sure. You want to say, あれ、トム・クルーズじゃない?あれ、トム・クルーズじゃない? And if you want to sound a bit more rough, you can also say, あれ、トム・クルーズじゃね?あれ、トム・クルーズじゃね? But if you say, トム・クルーズじゃん!トム・クルーズじゃん! Then it's more like, oh my gosh, that's Tom Cruise. So you can use this じゃん when you find or notice something and you're surprised. So I didn't know that they made new Tamagotchi, and when I saw it in the store I was like, Tamagotchi じゃん! Tamagotchi じゃん! Oh my gosh, it's Tamagotchi. Yeah, so this is it. I hope you get used to the differences between じゃない just normal negation, and じゃない isn't it, and じゃん or じゃん to either mean I know you know, or you must remember, or what are you talking about, but it's the opposite, or when you are surprised and after like finding something, you can use じゃん too, right? In the next video we're going to learn how to use んじゃない. So this ん is the ん that we're talking about, the explanatory particle. It's the no or んだ, right? But this time it's んじゃない, and I'm going to explain the differences between んじゃない and じゃないの. So you can either put the no particle in front of じゃない. It has to be ん though, んじゃない. Or you can put the no particle after じゃない and say じゃないの. And they mean the different things. And it is confusing. But I will explain in the next video. So thank you so much for watching. If you want more videos, please consider supporting me on Patreon because it really helps. And I hope to see you again. じゃあまたね。バイバイ。